Now let us go to question number 4. Question number 4 says, from the following data, prepare an income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2020 and a balance sheet as at that date for New Max Hospital. So when do we prepare an income and expenditure account for a non-profit organization? Income and expenditure account is similar to your profit and loss account for a business organization, but because it's a non-profit organization, we cannot call it profit or loss. Therefore, we call it our income and expenditure account. Now, what is the data given to prepare the income and expenditure account? Normally, they would have given us the receipts and payments account. What is receipts and payments account? It is a summarized cash book where you have all a summary of all your transactions, whichever are made in cash. Okay, so let us look into the data given to us. Like I said, receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st December 2020. On the receipt side, we always start with the opening balance of cash in bank. Then we have received subscriptions for 2019, 20, and 21. To government grant for building, for maintenance, for sundry from fees from sundry patients. And then we have donations which are not to be capitalized. On the payment side, I have salary, out of which rupees 3,600 is for 2019. I have hospital equipment, furniture, additions to building, printing and stationery, diet expenses, rent and rates, out of which rupees 150 was for 2021, electricity and water charges, office expenses, investments, and then we have the closing balance of cash and bank. On the receipt side, I just missed one thing. We also have net collection from benefit shows. Okay, all simple, nothing complicated. Additional information. Value of building under construction as on 31st December 2020. 31st December 2020 is the end of the financial year. So at the end of the financial year, the value of building is 70,000. Value of hospital equipment again on 31st December, end of the year, is 25,500. Building fund as on 1st January is 40,000 rupees. Subscription in arrears as on 31st December 2019 was 3,250. Investment in 8% government securities were made on 1st July 2020. Okay, this is the information given to us. Is there anything else? No. So they have asked us to prepare what? Income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Now, few points to be kept in mind. Your income and expenditure account, like I said, is similar to your profit and loss account. Income and expenditure account is similar to profit and loss account. What do we record here? We record all revenue items only. Again, income and expenditure account is prepared on accrual basis. That means only current period items are going to come in your income and expenditure account. And then I will say it records cash and non-cash items. Example, depreciation. So both cash items and non-cash items will be recorded in your income and expenditure account. What about receipts and payments account? Receipts and payments account records all items irrespective of capital or revenue. They are going to record all the cash flows, whether you have purchased a capital item or whether it is a revenue expense. Both the things will be recorded. It is not prepared on accrual basis, it is prepared on cash basis, irrespective of the time period to which the item relates. If it is paid or received during the year, you're going to record it. And then it records only cash items. Non-cash items such as depreciation will not be recorded in your receipts and payments account. Okay, having this summary, let us step into the solution now. Given a question for non-profit organizations, you please go from one side. Either you first look into the receipts or you look into the payments and then you prepare the income and expenditure accordingly. First, let me look into the receipts. Now, like I said, in your income and expenditure account, only accrual basis, only current period items will be recorded. So can I say subscriptions, we are going to record only for 2020, 12,550 rupees. Yes. Is there any other information for 2020? No. They've said something, subscription in arrears as on 31st December 2019. So this pertains to 2019. For 2020, there is nothing outstanding. There is nothing prepaid. So the amount going to be taken in my income and expenditure account is going to be 12,250 rupees. Let us look into the answer as well. So we have income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2020 for New Max Hospital. By subscriptions on the income side, 12,550. Directly, I'm taking the amount given to me for 2020, 12,550 rupees. Next, we have two government grant. Now I have a government grant for building, I have a government grant for maintenance, and I have a government grant for fees from sundry patients. Can I say building is a capital item? Yes. So therefore, this will be taken as a capital receipt and will be taken in the balance sheet. For maintenance and fees from sundry patients are more revenue in nature. Therefore, they will be taken in your income and expenditure account. 10,000 for maintenance, 2,400 for fees from sundry patients, directly taken in my income and expenditure account. By government grant 10,000, by fees from sundry patients 2,400. Okay. Next, there is just a small printing mistake here. This you should have the word to. Government grant is for building and maintenance, and then you have fees from sundry patients. Okay. Next, we have donations which are not to be capitalized. They are directly saying not to be capitalized. Therefore, where will we take them? We will take them in the income and expenditure account. No information given for outstanding prepaid. Directly, I am taking 4,000 in my income and expenditure account. Next, net collections from benefit shows 3,000 rupees. No other information available. Directly taken 3,000 rupees in my income and expenditure account. I have taken all the items on the receipt side. Now coming to the payment side. Now on the payment side, we have salaries. 15,600 is paid during the year. This is my receipts and payments account. That means 15,600 is the actual cash outflow during the year, but 3,600 belongs to 2019. So should I record the 3,600? No. What am I going to record? Only for the current year, that is 2020. I'm preparing for the year 2020. Therefore, only 2020 salary will be recorded. So what will I say? 15,600 minus 3,600, 12,000 is going to be recorded. 15,600 minus 3,600. 12,000 rupees of expenditure for salary will be recorded in your income and expenditure account. Again, one more point to be noted: in your receipts and payments account, the left side record receipts. In your income and expenditure account, the right side records incomes. So keep this in mind. Do not get confused in the exam. Next, going ahead to the next item in the receipts and payments account, hospital equipment, capital item, it's a fixed asset purchased. Furniture purchased, capital item, it's a fixed asset. Additions to building, again, capital item, fixed asset. By printing and stationery, 1,200. No other information given for printing and stationery. So directly I'm taking 1,200 to printing and stationery, 1,200. Then I have by diet expenses 7,800. So directly taken to diet expenses 7,800. Then by rent and taxes, sorry, rent and rates 1,000 rupees is the cash outflow during the year. Rupees 150 pertains to 2021. So again, I'm supposed to exclude this 150 rupees and I will record 1,000 minus 150, 850 rupees as to rent and rates in my income and expenditure account. 850 rupees would be the expense for the current year. Continuing, electricity and water charges 1,200, directly recorded electricity and water charges 1,200. I have by office expenses 1,000, directly recording to office expenses 1,000 rupees. And then I have by investments 10,000. Now investments is a capital item, sir, but don't you think this investments will give you some income? Yes, the last point in the additional information says investment in 8% government securities was made on 1st July 2020. Okay, so the amount of investment is 10,000. Now I'm calculating the interest here. So 10,000 into 8 by 100, because it is made on 1st July, we will calculate for 6 months. So that comes up to how much? 400 rupees, if I'm not wrong. 400 rupees will be recorded as income for the year, not yet received. So in my income and expenditure account, what do? I record by interest on investments on the income side, 400 rupees. How did we get 400 again? 10,000 into 8% into 6 by 12. Okay. Now, once you have completed looking into the receipt side and the payment side completely, do not miss to again just run through the additional information. Like I said, this particular point was missed. Value of building, capital item. Value of hospital, capital item. Building fund, capital item. Subscriptions in arrears as on 31st December, 3,250. So for 2019, there was a subscription arrear of 3,250 rupees. But for 2019, how much have I received? I have received only 2,550. So can I say still there is some amount outstanding? 3,250 was outstanding. I received 2,550 rupees. So still there is some amount outstanding for 2019. That is the point to be kept in mind. Other than that, we have completed our income and expenditure account. Okay, sir. In the income and expenditure account, whatever the balancing figure is there is called as your surplus or deficit. If the income is in excess, it's a surplus. If the expenses are in excess, it's called a deficit. Okay, we have prepared the income and expenditure account. Now they also ask us to prepare balance sheet as on that date, or balance sheet as on 31st December for Newmax Hospital. To prepare balance sheet, I have details of assets and liabilities, but I do not have my opening capital. Whatever the opening capital is there, the surplus received will be added and I will get my closing capital. But because I don't have my opening capital, we need to prepare the opening balance sheet as a part of working note. And in the opening balance sheet, I am going to get the capital as a balancing figure. Chalo, let us try to look at the information available to us. Now, for opening balance sheet, is there any information given to us? No, sir. My building is given to me as on 31st December 2020. My hospital is given to me as on 31st December 2020. Building fund is given to me on 1st January. And then they say subscriptions outstanding as on 31st December. Okay. So now how do I prepare the balance sheet on 1st January? Can I say value of building as on 31st December 2020, 70,000 minus whatever current year I would have paid? If you see in the payment side, there is some addition to building, 25,000 rupees. So in the current year, I have paid 25,000 towards the building and the building value is 70,000. So if I deduct 25,000 from 70,000, will I get the opening balance? Yes. Similar to hospital equipment. Hospital equipment, how much have I added during the current year? During the current year for hospital equipment, I have added 8,500 rupees. If I deduct 8,500 rupees from 25,500, will I get the opening balance? Yes. So let us look into the working notes prepared. Value of building. Balance as on 31st December 70,000 minus amount paid during the year 25,000. So value as on 31st December 2019 is going to be 45,000 rupees. The same thing as discussed. Value of equipment. Equipment, they have said hospital equipment. Yes, sir. So the balance as on 31st December 2020, closing of the year was 25,500. You deduct the amount paid during the year 8,500 and you get your balance as on 31st December 2019, which is your opening balance 17,000. Okay, now we go to record these items. Working note number 1 was your opening balance sheet as on 31st December 2019. You can alternatively take it as 1st January 2020. Okay. On 1st January 2020, what is the information available to us now? There is building 45,000 rupees, equipment 17,000 rupees. Please do not record building 70,000 and hospital equipment 25,500. These values are taken from the second and the third working note. Building is 40,000 and hospital equipment is 17,000. Please do not record the closing values by mistake. Okay, there is subscription receivable to the extent of 3,250, which is an opening balance. And then I get my cash and bank opening balance. Where, sir? In my receipts and payments account. In the receipts and payments account, you start with the opening balance of cash and bank and you end with the closing balance. So the opening balance of cash and bank will be recorded. Let me just see what is the balance for 400 and 2,600. So the same thing recorded over here, 2,600 and 400. Now coming to the liabilities side, where do we need to identify any liability? So sir, what kind of liabilities could be there? Outstanding expenses are liabilities and prepaid incomes are liabilities. You need to identify in the question if there is any outstanding expense or a prepaid income. Yes, if I look into salaries, 3,600 has been paid for 2019. That means, can I say in 2019 or as on 31st December 2019, 3,600 was outstanding? Yes. So I include that in my opening balance sheet, salaries payable 3,600 rupees. And then in the additional information, they also tell me building fund as on 1st January was on 1st January 2020 was rupees 40,000. So I say building fund 40,000 rupees and then I get my opening balance of capital as a balancing figure. 68,250 is the total of the assets I minus 40,000 minus 3,600 and I get my opening capital as a balancing figure of 24,650. Using this capital, I make my closing balance sheet. Now let me go ahead to record the closing balance sheet. In the closing balance sheet, I'm going to record opening capital as per working note number 1. In the working note number 1, we prepared the opening balance sheet and got opening capital as a balancing figure. So I record 24,650 as opening capital. And then I'm going to record the surplus amount received in the income and expenditure account. In my income and expenditure account, I had a surplus of 8,000 rupees. This 8,000 rupees will be added to my capital. Like in business organizations, you used to add net profit to the capital. Here, we are not using the word profit. We are using the word surplus. It is going to be added to the capital in your balance sheet. Next, going ahead, building fund. The opening balance was 40,000. And then I identified a few items to be capitalized in my receipts and payments account. In my receipts and payments account, there was a government grant for building. There was hospital equipment purchase. There was furniture purchase. There was addition to building. So all these items will now come into my balance sheet or closing balance sheet. So how much have I received during the current year? I have received 40,000 rupees. So opening balance 40,000, add amount received in the current year 40,000, 80,000 is my total building fund. Subscriptions received in advance is also there here. For 2021, I have received subscription of 1,200. Prepaid income, like I told you, it is a liability. So it is going to come on the liability side. Subscription received in advance. This is for 2021. 1,200 rupees recorded on the liability side. Building, you can directly take 70,000 because it is given to you, or you can show the presentation of 45,000 plus 25,000. Hospital equipment, again, you can directly take 25,500, or you can show the presentation of 17,000 plus 18,500. Furniture purchased during the current year. Here we have furniture purchased 3,000 rupees. So furniture purchased will be shown on the asset side, 3,000 rupees. 8% government securities, 10,000. Buy investments, capital item recorded 10,000 rupees. So I go ahead to record investments 10,000 rupees. And then you record your cash and bank balance from where? From your receipts and payments account. 3,400, 700. Where is it, sir? In your receipts and payments account, you are having the closing balance of cash and bank. 700 and 3,400. Now, apart from this, what do you need? You need to go and look into outstanding items and prepaid items. What are assets, sir? What are assets? Outstanding incomes will be an asset and prepaid expenses will be an asset. Now, see in the question and identify if there is any item. Yes, we have paid rent for 2021. So I will say prepaid rent 150 rupees. And then we also calculated interest, which is not received, 400 rupees. So I will say outstanding interest 400 rupees. We calculated it. And then, sir, we also saw that in the year 2019, how much was my subscription receivable for the year 2019? 3,250. But how much is the subscription received? 2,550. So I told you there is some amount still outstanding. 3,250 minus 2,550. What is this amount? 700 rupees. This 700 rupees is still outstanding for the year 2019. Since it is subscription outstanding amount receivable, I show it on the asset side. Subscription receivable 700 rupees. And with this, your balance sheet should match at 1,13,850 rupees. Points to be kept in mind. Your opening balance sheet will not be given to you, so you need to prepare your opening balance sheet as a part of working note to identify your to identify your opening capital. You identify outstanding and prepaid items as assets and liabilities depending on the various information given to you. Try to collect the information. And then point number 3, revenue and capital items, you need to differentiate. Capital items come into the balance sheet, revenue items come into your income and expenditure account. In your receipts and payments account, both revenue and capital items are going to come. In this particular question, they've not given us information for depreciation. If they had given us depreciation, your depreciation would be shown in your income and expenditure account on the expenses side. Non-cash expenses are also shown in your income and expenditure account, and you would have deducted the amount from your fixed asset in your balance sheet. So simple question, solvable.